IDT Committee of PSD Chamber of Commerce is organizing second workshop today on two important topics, E-way Bill and GSTR-3B. As we know, for the E-way Bill, initially it was stated to be that it would be 1st of February 2018 for all interstate movement of goods, but we have seen the glitches on E-way Bill portal on the very first day. For that region, government has deferred introduction of E-way Bill for interstate movement of goods on 1st February itself. Now this is going to be notified further from which date government want to introduce E-way Bill for all interstate movement of goods. With this proposition, what happened, those 15 states who were ready with the intra-state E-way Bill, they have introduced their own state specific provision, and that state specific provision is unilaterally made by respective state, which is creating some kind of confusion towards ease of business. Like some of the states are saying different date for the introduction of intra-state. Some of the states are talking about specified goods like Gujarat, like Rajasthan, like UP. And now these E-way Bill, which is required from state perspective, we need to generate from the state specific E-way Bill side, and we have to follow state specific E-way Bill provision, which is varying from one state to another state, not giving good message as we all are looking for ease of business and good and simple as stated to be in GST regime. From PSD Chamber of Commerce, it is our initiative that we should educate and train the members before introduction of any critical provision in GST regime. E-way Bill is being perceived as one of the anti-evasion measure. We are trying our best to educate and train the members if E-way Bill is being introduced at national level. But what would be our suggestion to the Government of India? In this regard, our suggestion to Government of India would be that they must come out with a clarity and certainty of a date for introduction of E-way Bill from 1st July 2018. There may be 4-5 months given for the trial basis, not only to the taxpayer but to the tax department. They can also check their capacity of server for generation of E-way Bill. Maybe after 3 months from July 1 for all interstate movement, from 1st October 2018 it can be applied for intrastate. Since we are into cooperative federalism, all the state and center are working together to make GST good and simple. It would be our advice and suggestion that the state specific unilaterally E-way Bill should not be introduced, which is varying from one state to another state and creating more kind of chaos and confusion among the taxpayer, what all provision applicable in one state specific to the different states specific. Having said, today's workshop in E-way Bill, as we all know, any registered person causing movement of goods having consignment value more than 50,000 rupees has to generate the E-way Bill. But there are many case studies, many practical case studies in supply chain which require to look into. When I can cancel my E-way Bill? Who is causing movement of goods? What is the criteria? Ex works, FOR destination. What happened in bill to ship to model when two supply is being involved, and why the intermediary would be interested that his purchase price would be known to the ultimate customer in bill to ship to model, when FAQ given by Government of India talked about 2 invoices followed by 2 E-way bill. We are discussing import of goods, export of goods. We are discussing multi-modal transportation, when transportation start by road followed by rail, then again by vessel. How the E-way Bill going to be affected? We are also discussing in case of principal and job work, when principal is sending the raw material to a job work, what would be the provision? And we are discussing all the open issues which requires address in the rule 138, which is Bible of chapter 16 of CGST rules 2017. Having said that, we have picked up another topic today, which is GSTR-3B. As we all know, this is a monthly return to be filed by 20th of next month. But this GSTR-3B is not having any revision option. As taxpayers are trying their best to file GSTR-3B in a right perspective, but sometimes if mistakes is being made, then we can't revise it, and that is creating problem for the taxpayer. suggestion to the Government of India would be kindly allow that revision can take place even for GSTR-3B. With the revision, any differential liability to be paid can be paid by a taxpayer in the respective time period, whatever given for the respective tax period defined in the CGST Act and rules. At the same time, this GSTR-3B need to be reconciled with GSTR-1. Lot many things we have suggested even from E-way Bill perspective, that if any SSE is having aggregate turnover less than 1.5 crore, he need not require to pick up HSN code. But for E-way Bill generation, if consignment value is more than 50,000 rupees, HSN code is required. So there are lot many open issues where we require government should address those issues before introduction of E-way Bill. At the same time, they must stop all the state specific E-way Bill provision to provide real ease of business, a certainty that July 1 can be interstate, and from 1st October for all intrastate may provide the level playing field, ease of business and the message of good and simple tax. We are doing our best. We will compile all the suggestions, whatever we are going to have from all the members today, and going to submit to the Government of India. Appreciating GST Council and Government of India, they are receptive, listening to our voice. They will listen to our suggestion which we are going to gather today and going to submit within a day or two. So this approach will help us, both of us together, to make GST as a good and simple tax.